Quincy, what's going on? Good evening. It is Kyle Henderson of Bama Football on YouTube. Can I get a roll tide inside the comment box? I appreciate you guys joining me. Tonight is Monday night Bama Football on YouTube. It is August 4th. I hope you guys have had a stellar day. This will be a really good show tonight. Today was media day for the University of Alabama. No practice, but tonight you're going to hear some great player interviews, some sound bites from some of your favorite players like Ryan Williams, Jan Miller. We got LT Overton, Parker Bellsford, and more. That all coming tonight on the show as we get closer and closer to the college football season. Can you guys feel it? How excited are you, honestly? Like, are you there yet? Are you, like, excited for the season? Or are you kind of just like, oh, well, I'll get there, like, the first week? Or kind of wake me up when, you know, we kind of get to that month? Or are you really feeling it? Let me know inside the comment box. Because you know what? I'm getting pretty excited, I have to say. I'm excited about where we are. I'm excited about the things that are happening. And, you know, once I get into August, man, I'm feeling good. You kind of get back in the schedule with the kids and stuff like that. So, yeah, excited about it. Let me know you're watching from inside the comment box. And we'll get going in just 2 seconds. I appreciate you guys joining me on the double dip. All right, let's see who our early show risers are. All right, we got Young C, of course. What's up, dog? Good to see you, man. Wild Woods, what's up, man? Cheetah, what's up, dog? Miss Kimberly? Miss Kimberly's here. You know things are going to be fired up. Kaylin Childress, what's up? Good to see you as well. Samuel Mullins. Bari, what's up, man? Josh Johnson? Let's go, Josh. Love Bama. Good to see it. Oh, Bari's like, he's fired up. He's ready. All right. Javion, what's up, dude? Javion's ready for week 0. Donna Price? Good to see you, Miss Donna. What's up? Steve Taylor. Ruben Poole. Coach Smith, always here. Dan Caraway, yes. Micah, what's up, dude? Javion's coming to us delivering the goods from Cleveland, Ohio. Ben Paris, what's up, man? Coming from Bowling Green? Man. Kimberly's checking in from Montgomery. And Ruben Poole up in Dothan. Latoya Billingsley, good to see you. Donna Price saying, Cleveland, what's up? Quincy will be here for the scrimmage. All right, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. And our spiritual leader, Ethan, is checked in tonight. Good to have it. Good to have it. All right. All right. Look, the coaches poll came out. We'll preview this a little bit. This will be on Tuesday's show. We'll kind of dive into it a little bit more. But did you see this, the coaches poll? All right, it came out. So you got Texas, Ohio State, Penn State, Georgia, Notre Dame, Clemson, Oregon, Alabama's at 8, LSU's at 9, and number 10 is Miami. Look, I'm not mad at the coaches poll at all. I mean, you know how I feel about the ACC. And I feel this is probably a good spot for Alabama. I think, honestly, this is good for kind of like a reverse rat poison. I print this out, and I put this on inside the locker room. And I'm like, you guys are a top 10 team, yeah, but can you be, you know, these are the elite bunch, right? And this is, you know, you still got the target on your back when you're Alabama regardless. But also they're like, okay, this is where you're at. This is where people see you. They don't see you on the left side of the screen. They see you on the right side, okay? Now, is the left side the strong side? I don't know. I mean, is Notre Dame really going to be that good again? I would probably say no. Is Georgia going to be there again? Penn State? Yeah, they got a lot coming back. Ohio State, you know, usual suspects in Texas. Is this their year? I don't know. Clemson? A lot of people talking Clemson. I don't know why I'm not buying Clemson. I don't know what's going on there. But I am excited for Clemson and LSU in the opener. I mean, 6 versus 9, my goodness. Right? And you got Texas and Ohio State as well. Is there any team on here, just real quick? Again, we'll talk about more of this on Tuesday. Maybe be thinking about this. Sleep on this. Is there a team here that you feel should be higher or lower? Is a team overrated on here? Who that's not in the top 10 would you maybe put in the top 10? I don't know. I have to think about that. It kind of looks, it doesn't look bad, to be honest. I mean, maybe Notre Dame, you could maybe switch like Notre Dame and Clemson. But I don't know. I'm not too mad about it. See, Kyle recognized Kyle inside the comment box. He says, I don't get Clemson or Penn State hype. Yeah, but like, you know what? So I've been thinking about this a lot too. But it's like the National College Football Analysts, they point out that they're returning a lot on each side of the ball, right? And when you kind of dive into it, you know, Penn State was a lot better in the playoffs than I thought they'd be. All right. Oh, you know what? This is good right here. I like this. Quincy's in. Quincy rarely misses. All right. You say Oklahoma. As you saw when I played the video game, that was the team that I played for the Natty. All right. That John Mateer don't mess around, man. He was tough. Oh, I had a kind of a sidebar question too. So I finished the game, right? And I won the national championship. You guys saw that, right? Would you watch more games that were streamed with like the next season? Because I went to the transfer portal, added some transfer portal additions, but like, do you want to see that too? I don't know. Do you want me to? It was fun streaming the games, not gonna lie. So if you guys want it, I'll bring it here. Something to think about. All right, tonight on the show, the goal tonight is 10 super chats. All right, can we hit it? 10 super chats. That's my challenge to you. And if you haven't gotten the raffle, now is the time. All right. You can win 2 tickets, a value of $543. Tomorrow, I will show you the list of people that are in, right? Third game of the season, Alabama versus Wisconsin. Section E, row 61. I'm telling you, they're very good seats. I get the tickets at 12. I'll send them to you. So, the way to get into the raffle, it's $25. You can get in as many times as you want. Bama_YouTube and Cash App Bama YouTube. All right. And then for Zelle, I do have Zelle. I set that up. And I guess do you have to put like your phone number? Because I have it on my phone, but it gave me like a QR code. So I'll probably have that on Tuesday. So I'll tighten up tonight and have it ready for Tuesday. All right. But this is the goal tonight. It's 10 super chats. I wanted to quickly roll through this real quick with the fall injury report. Now, there's not like any notable injuries, but kind of tying things up. I needed to come back to this a little bit. I saw Lazier Brooks. He was in a boot at media day, right? He was dancing around. He was having a good time. I don't think Coach Keelon Russell even said it's nothing that's going to be extended. They put boots on everybody. Even if you could walk, sometimes you just have a boot on, right? Josh Quavvis, he said today that he's limited. He's still practicing. He's just limited, right? Deontay Lawson, I think he's limited as well. Coach Keelon Russell said, we're going to take our time with him. And then Derek Meadows, he's practicing, but he has a hamstring apparatus on. It's totally common for this time of year, all right? Got some good feedback inside the comment box. Let's see what Christian has to say real quick. Christian, let me get to your, what you got right here, man. What's up, my brother? I heard about your faith in the Lord and love it. Do you do your content, post your stuff about the Lord? I think it would help. Yeah, I did. I do have a devotional channel. And in all transparency, I was rolling with the daily devotional. Wasn't really worried about like the views or anything like that. Like this is where I make my living. But it was challenging from like a faith standpoint to like openly, kind of, because look, I'm a grown man. I'm 41 years old. Like the stuff that I'm going through is real life. So kind of putting that out there, it was tough, and it still is tough. But I love the spirituality. It's a continued area that I'm trying to strengthen up in. So I keep on saying I'll get back to it. So I'll keep you guys posted, but I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right, Kyle says this back to the top 10 coaches rankings. He says, I just feel like Clemson, especially, they got last year on the technicality because they won their weak conference after going 0-3 in SEC play. Yeah, I thought they played good in the playoffs. I'm not here to argue that Alabama shouldn't have been in the playoffs or whatever, and I don't think you are either. It's just, I don't know. The teams played better in the playoffs that were in the playoffs. Ashton Jones says, as Kyle, I just watched a film study of the Michigan game. Bro, I didn't realize how well Mack called the defense almost the entire game. What was interesting about that game, though, is I felt like the defense did play better. Now, I get it. Not all Michigan's components were in that game, but it's still, I wasn't mad at that performance. I have to go back and look at it, but interesting point out. Javion, so Quay Rusa, he's not hurt. Somebody, I think they saw him like I don't know, some sort of like, something was with his leg, but Coach Kalen DeBoer said he's absolutely fine. So I think he's good to go. All right, so let's get to the player interviews. I'll play those. I have several of them lined up, including some hilarious. There's one story that is absolutely hilarious regarding Jam Miller, actually. All right, because I was curious about when they went hunting and with Ty Simpson. It's a hilarious story, so I'll play that and more. That's coming up in 2 seconds. But again, tonight, the goal, 10 super chats. We got 1 out of 10. Dan Caraway shooting from the three-point line, coming in with a 20 spot. I appreciate it, dog. Thank you so much for all that you do right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Give me 1 second. I'm going to take a 1 second commercial break. I'm going to come back. We'll do the interviews right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Give me 1 second.
Did you know that Bama Football on YouTube just crossed 114,000 subscribers? That's more than Bryant-Denny Stadium fits in the entire stadium. Bama Football on YouTube, now serving you right here on its YouTube channel as well as Facebook.
We'll be right back. Yo, all those commercials, too, are cut right here from the heart, too. All right? All right. Turn down the music, and let's hear what Mr. Ryan Williams has to say leading off. I'll kind of just go one by one, and we'll do it how we do the interviews, too. So I'll let you in on what the reporter asked, because the reporters weren't giving microphones, so it's hard to hear what the players are asked. But Ryan Williams with the open up, all right? Here we go. The Ryan Williams.
Football teaches you lessons to go 1-0 every single down, because if you focus on what just happened or what's about to happen, then things could go wrong. So it allows me to just, focus on where my feet are, and it really has taught me a lot of life lessons.
What were the priorities of physically sustaining kind of the weight and putting on more weight onto his body coming into this season?
Throughout the season, we have a great staff, great nutritionists, great training staff, and really it was just a group effort, because I was on a lighter end last season, and I'm still I'm bigger now, but just understanding that going into that year, and understanding that I'm younger than everybody else on the field, and that I need to protect my body in order for me to sustain the level of play that I want to play at. So just understanding that what they're telling me, they've seen my type of build before. So just understanding that they want what's best for me, and just really accepting that role. The chemistry.
I like this was, I think what he was basically saying, kind of the last thing was like, they've seen my body type before. He's compared himself to Devontae Smith. It's not the first time that they've had a wide receiver that might be, I wouldn't say he's undersized, but maybe we're have this, perception of what a wide receiver should be, how much he should weigh. So, look, by the way, he looks a lot bigger, right? All the wide receivers do, including Ryan Williams. But I love this quote. This is very, very important what he's about to say in regards to the chemistry.
I'm going to be honest, this is probably one of the all-time highs in team chemistry that I've had in my life. When you can, as a receiver, when you're one of your best friends is a defensive lineman, a guy like James Smith that we feed off of each other, that's like my brother. When that's the case, it's a testament to the squad. We got quarterbacks hanging with long snappers, people that's usually never around each other. It's just a brotherhood.
All right, so a brotherhood. I think that says a lot. And I don't know what it is. Look, we're not at practice. We're not there. But thumbs up if you can feel. This is Bray Hubard coming up next. And by the way, Dan Caraway hitting again with the 499 spot. Appreciate it, Dan. Thank you so much. 2 out of 10. 8 more we got. That's our goal. Look, thumbs up if you could tell that there's just a sense of a high level of team chemistry. Is this make believe, or are you kind of buying into that as well? I I feel that there's a lot of team chemistry right now. I don't know what it is. It's just I can't even really put my thumb on it. And maybe it's not something to really like go that much into. It just seems like there's more kind of like cohesiveness right now than there was last year. I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. I just kind of going into it. All right. Bray Hubard up next. Thumbs up for Bray Hubard. All right. Look, this is a fan favorite. And damn, Josh Miller's shooting from the free throw from half court with a 50 spot, man. Is there any position we were weak enough to look at late in the portal? What is more important for a playoff run this year, an upgraded quarterback or better offense? Or a more consistent and dominant defense that puts fear into the – damn, this is – Josh, this is a hell of a question. I think it's kind of a combination of both of these things, right? You need a better quarterback, right? You need an upgrade, and you need a defense that puts fear into everybody. Because, look, let's not get it twisted. Like, since I covered Alabama, as soon as Alabama showed up, people knew what the defense was going to bring, all right? And I want that to come back, and I feel that does come back this year with all the guys that you have coming back. And this is kind of a good segue into Bray Hubard because I think he's one of those guys. He's not flashy. He's athletic. He brings the boom, right? So, like, that's a perfect segue. Thanks for the super, Josh, by the way. I appreciate your support. You and Dan, thank you so much, man. We get to Bray Hubard. And by the way, thumbs up for Bray Hubard because this dude, this is a guy. Like, this is one of our guys. Here's Bray Hubard. Talking about his expanded role this year.
I mean, every year is a little different. You know, start of a new year, you got some moving pieces, got new guys, different roles. But, fall camp's fall camp. And, it's time before the season that, the pads come back on. So we're all excited about that. And, I'm excited about this season. And, this is the start now. So it's here.
I don't know. It kind of gives me chills. It's just like he's country. He don't mess around. Pads come on in August. Like, this is one of the guys, okay? We're like, he's a guy for a reason. And if you watch, I recommend, like, if you're out there and you need more Alabama football content, Javion, what's up, dog? Thanks for the Superman. If you need more Alabama content, there's a million different videos to watch. On The Tide That Binds by Fox Sports Nation, did anybody watch this? Remember we talked about it? I forget when it even came out, maybe in April or whatever. They did a story on him, and they highlighted kind of the backstory of Bray and how, unfortunately, his mother passed away, and how every single time he wakes up and he performs, it's for his mother. It was a beautiful story. This guy is, he's just like Young C's, like he's a real country boy, 100%, man. We love it. We embrace it. Here's Bray Hubard. Playing in Kane Walmack's 4-2-5 swarm defense.
Any adjustments or any new things that you've seen from the defensive side of the ball, stuff like that?
Well, the thing we go by is swarm D. That's our motto. That's what we go by every day is getting hats to the ball, and that's very important to us. But everybody knows that we play vision, and so that's the way that we create takeaways. And so that's something also is takeaways. And that's what we want to lead the country in takeaways and turnovers. And, that's our goal. But, Coach Womack does a good job of, letting us create plays, giving us the call, and let us go make plays. So,
how are you feeling? Like, how are you taking advantage of that? And tell me what's next for Bray Hubard?
What's next for Bray Hubard?
First of all, it's an honor to sit up here and be able to talk to y'all, and especially you. And, it's an honor to even talk to all of y'all. So, I don't even really have much to say about it. It's an honor. I'm still the same guy, just now people really get to talk to me and see what kind of person I am. And, I'm like this pretty much all the time, just a cool, relaxed guy. You can even ask some of the teammates. I'll get round up every now and then, but not really much has changed for me. Just, I'm ready for the season. It's here.
All right.
Okay, next up is Jam Miller. But let me ask you this, because I have some friends. Now I live in Tuscaloosa, right? And I'm very active in my workout group. And, I have some country friends now. And like let me go back to Bray. And like I love my country boys because they don't mess around. Like they stand on business. They're simple and effective, and they're honest, and they're athletic, and they're tough as you know what. And it's just, I don't know, I get that. And I think about some of the guys that I work out with, now that, because Tuscaloosa County is when I want to go work out with my country guys. And, I love it for it. And Bray, man, I'm really excited because I can see the passion in his eyes, right? So eager for him. All right, so this is Jan Miller. So I don't know if you guys remember, but a bunch of the guys went hunting with Ty Simpson. Remember? Like he took them, they were all camoed out. And Jam's telling the story about they went rabbit hunting. And this is a hilarious story. And then he talks about what it's like playing for Coach Keelon Russell. But I think we lead off. Let me make sure I'm at the right spot. When he's talking about the rabbit hunting.
Okay, we went on a rabbit hunt. So me, I ain't never been hunting before, So I'm ready. I'm full camo, full camo on. Got my orange hat, Okay, so Ty ended up shooting a rabbit, I'm like, okay, they running. Ty shot one. Next thing later, Ty gave me his gun. So I was like, walking through the woods, everybody screaming, one's heading this way, so be ready. So I'm ready. Next thing later, it zoomed by me. Ain't even had a chance to shoot it. Ain't even had a gun ready to shoot it. And, that was a fun moment, And I told him I don't want to ever go rabbit hunt ever again. That's probably the hardest hunting ever.
All right, Ashton, what's up, dog? I got you on the Cash App. Thank you, dog. I appreciate it, man. And Steve points this out. I mean, look at the pipes on this dude. So, what, 221 pounds? This is Alabama's running back. If you don't know, now you know. I just watched, too. I don't know what. It came across my, social feed. Remember that block that he had? Well, him and somebody from Georgia, absolutely collided. It was when Alabama went up, 28-6 on Georgia, and Milroe got off to the outside. Yo, man, this dude, I'm telling you, let me take down this comment so you can see the pipes. I mean, all these guys are big, man. So I'm hoping for a stellar season for him. I respect him. I still think he's super underrated in the world of college football, probably even here, to be honest. So he has a couple more things to say. Let's hear from Jam.
I say
who was the best hunter on the trip? He's still in the hunting.
It was Ty. Yeah, Ty probably was the best.
And now what can you say about just the way that he's grown? Not just on the field, but
How has Ty Simpson grown?
mainly just as a leader as he gets ready for this.
Yeah. Of course, Ty waited his turn, but only that, he still had the same energy, even now, hyping guys up, getting guys ready, on and off the field.
Thank you.
Yes, son.
How would you describe Keelon DeBoer's personality?
He's a great coach. He's a player-oriented coach. He's not leading his way, but he also want to hear what we have to say that can also better the team. And just him doing that really build a strong bond with us and the team.
This is Demani Jackson. I'm a huge Demani Jackson guy, right? And last year I thought Demani had a stellar year. And kind of talking about underrated guys, he might not be underrated for our family here, right? I think we all understand how good Demani is. But the thing about it is the world of college football might not. I find it interesting that, and I know preseason awards mean nothing. Preseason awards watch lists mean nothing. But he's not on the Thorpe Award watch list, and that goes to the best defensive back in the country. In fact, Alabama doesn't have anybody on the Thorpe Award, which I think is, rather interesting. And, that's fine. That's some more reverse rat poison. But it was good to hear from Demani Jackson in grade A with a 20. We got you, man. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Here's Demani Jackson talking about that Husky position and the battle that's taking place.
Yeah, so, we're all great DBs, right? So coaches just try to put players in the best possible position that it can be to showcase the talent on the field. We have a great battle. Dre, Deshaun, Cam at the Husky position, right? And that's why you come to Alabama to compete with people in your room, the position the group across from you, stuff like that. So we all take every little detail we possibly can to showcase what we can bring to the table, but we have to be consistent with our work every single day. And when you can be consistent, you're gonna be on the field. So
How do you maintain a good relationship when you guys are competing on the field at the same time, like with your teammates?
yeah, I mean, you can't be selfish in football, right? There's a little bit you can be selfish, but as a team, you can't be selfish. So you just gotta be ready each and every day. You gotta seize your opportunity when you step on the field.
I mean, that's leadership. And the next couple guys that you hear from, you're going to start to hear more leadership. You know, we're going to pipe in. I think the two best interviews that I'm going to play from kind of like a mentality standpoint come from Parker Bellsford and probably LT Overton. I haven't really heard from LT Overton a lot, and hearing from him here coming up in a minute, this is Parker Bellsford, kind of sets the tone. You know, he's very businesslike. But Parker Bellsford, this is a guy who made Bruce Feldman's freak list, right? He benches 505 pounds. He squats 675. He's a returning All-American at the center position. He was way better than I thought he was going to be. This is a nucleus of the offense. You always want your center to be extremely smart, super talented. This dude is, Nate Oates, the GOATs inside the comment box, is the best, man. He's a dog, 100%. Thumbs up, actually, for Parker Bellsford, because this guy has came here. He's worked for, he's not only worked, but he's shown, what he's made of. And this guy, he's absolutely stellar. And I have a lot of respect for him, man. So, look, Parker, if you're out here somehow come across this, man, we at Bama Football on YouTube have a ton of respect for your game. And we're glad that you're rolling with Alabama, man, because we think you're one of the best centers in the entire country, 100%. All right, here's Parker Bellsford.
It's been good. A lot of installs going on, a lot of new things that guys have to learn. But I feel like for the most part, they're holding it down, retaining the information very well, and being able to go out on the field and produce. Overall, I feel like there's a lot of competition going on everywhere, not just within the O-line, but everywhere. Like, guys are battling. Like, I feel really confident that guys are in the right headspace and doing the right things.
You got some guys returning. You're also going to have a new guy starting. Just kind of talk about what can he play with his last year. You got Cam, just kind of talk about those two and what you see from them so far.
Talking about the new additions on the offensive line, talking about Cam Dewberry and Welcome Formby now kind of being, one of the projected starters.
I've seen a lot of good things from both those guys, but really everybody. There's a lot of guys that we could plug in those positions and be good with. Obviously, we're trying to find the best fit, the guy that gels best with the five that will be starting. But, I feel good about anybody we put in that position.
And I think right now, kind of, jumping on what Parker just said, is I am starting to see, because one of my biggest questions going into fall camp was, what does the two deep look like with the offensive line? Right, because I feel pretty good about the first team, but who's behind? What's up, Christian and Chris? I see you guys inside the comment box. Good to see you guys. Thanks for joining tonight's show. I think you're starting to see, like, Geno Vandermark. He's like a 1 and 2. He can play center. He can play guard. He's that versatile, right? You're starting to see, other guys kind of rise up in that 2 deep, and I'm excited about it. Like Jackson Lloyd, you're starting to see, like we saw Will Sanders today was at guard. You look to Olas Allen, and so guys are starting to emerge. I still don't think we have a clear 2 deep, but I think there's plenty of guys that are close to emerging as a second team, which is super, super important. I can't stress that enough in terms of depth with the offensive line for this season.
It seems like you have a whole lot of depth all across the offensive line. There's guys that can play multiple positions.
Yes, sir.
Talking about the depth of the offensive line.
Yeah, definitely a lot of guys that could fill in that position. Geno, obviously we got Cam, we got Olas. Olas can play tackle and guard. The young guys are coming along. I don't know if they're necessarily ready yet, but they're showing some good stuff for sure. Some flashes for sure.
Fall camp's been a grind. I've seen a lot of guys.
All right, this is LT Overton. I'll start it again. I hadn't really heard from LT, but I like what I heard, and it kind of like sets the tone for where we're at.
For sure.
Fall camp's been a grind. I've seen a lot of guys battling, and not just battling, but growing. I've seen not just the offense and defense getting better, but the special teams. And I feel like every part of every situation of the game is the most important part. And we've been going through fall camp like we're about to enter in a national championship in a few weeks, and that's how it should be.
Okay, that's the show. Like what he just said, you know what I'm saying? Like LT Overton. And look, I think he's the only person. I haven't seen every single interview out there. I haven't heard all the coaches talk or whatever, but he's one of the only people in this planet that has talked about offense, defense, and special teams. Seriously, has there been anybody else? And he said that people are battling, but this is the key thing. He said people are growing, all right? And I love that he mentioned even the special teams. I think there was Connor Talty was out there talking to the media as well, but damn, I was like, good to hear. And he just said that they're practicing in terms of the mentality, getting ready for a national championship on August 30th. Man, like if that's the headspace of these guys, man, that should tell you the type of intensity that they've had after 4 practices. Man, you can barely hear what the reporters are saying. I wish they had microphones. He's talking about he was asked about the defensive line and kind of the depth there.
Well, my group of guys, of course, we got me and TK, but we got Jordan Renard, we got Edric Hill, James. So we've been having some real sleepers over this past year, and I've just been seeing tremendous growth. Keon Kelly especially too, and then the new freshmen coming in like London Hill. These guys just not only have been applying themselves on the field as leaders, but off the field. And that by itself just shows how much growth there is to the D-line.
It seemed like this defense, everything started kind of clicking towards the second half of the season. Have you seen that carry over?
It seems like the defense started playing better towards the second half of the season. How has that carried over into spring, into fall camp?
Well, one of our like main goals, and not just this defense, but the whole team, is being consistent. Like how consistent are we how consistent are we making our days on getting better? We're not trying to slack off or have any lackadaisical days. We're trying to make sure we're consistent, getting better day by day, and stay in that playbook for sure. We want to make sure we're moving fast on that field.
Love it. I mean, I love everything that LT Overton has to say. Ethan with the shooting from the free throw, from the half court as well, man. Ethan, thank you so much, man. He says, I truly love the show. Jesus loves you, and I know he has a plan. We'll provide whatever you need. Keep it up, brother. Roll Tide, man. Thank you so much, Ethan. You've been a wonderful addition, man, to the YouTube family, not only because of your contributions, but because what you do for us spiritually, man. So somebody has to take that by the horns, man, and you've kind of been that person. So we appreciate you and all the positivity and, of course, the support. So thank you so much, man. Really, Ethan, thank you. We really appreciate you, man. That's very generous of you. This is Josh Quavvis. So earlier on the show, in case you guys missed it, I didn't see the David Ballou interview, but if you guys are out there, go research it. I don't know who has it, but you could probably find it, within some of the other Alabama YouTube channels. So go check it out. It sounds like it was really good. I'll try to check it out as well, because David Ballou is certainly a pillar here at the University of Alabama. We have Josh Quavvis, okay? Josh Quavvis is all eyes are on Quavvis, okay? The tight end room, is there 8 tight ends this year? I think I'd have to look at my graphic card. A lot of these guys are really unproven. Some have played. There's 2 transfers in. Josh Quavvis returns. Danny Lewis returns. We don't have a lot of volume from each of those guys. We kind of saw Josh Quavvis make some plays, but can he make the plays this year that we need him to? He's limited right now. He's not 100%. He'll be, he's expected to be 100% probably, momentarily. But, I have high hopes for him. And the tight end room, I've challenged them. I've challenged them on the show. Do we have a playmaking tight end? It sounds like some of these younger tight ends are starting to turn heads. Like, Caleb Edwards and Marshall Pritchett. But, you know, I'm sure you're curious too. Like Josh Quavvis, you going to step up, man. Now's an opportunity. Here's Josh Quavvis talking about that entire tight end room.
Yeah, I think we're really tight as a group. I mean, especially since they got here, it was just my biggest goal was kind of embracing them with open arms, just how CJ Dupree and Robbie Oots did last year for me. So kind of them teaching me that aspect, I wanted to bring it onto this next group. And I think we've done a really good job of that. I mean, we're a really diverse group. I mean, Jay Lindsey, Marshall Pritchett, Caleb Edwards, Jack Samarco, and all those guys are just, they're going to do what needs to be done to get the job done and make these coaches happy.
Losing Robbie kind of loses one of your best blockers out of your unit. Just what guys do you think can kind of step up with the void left by him in terms of?
Who can step up with the void of Robbie Oots, who is 275 pounds? And we think about Robbie Oots and we're like, damn, like that's such a huge tight end, 275. Well, Caleb Edwards, who just got here, is 265. All the tight ends are close to 260 pounds on the team, which is crazy to think, but that's the truth.
Yeah, I think Coach Grubb does a really good job in kind of maximizing our potential as tight ends. So what he sees in these tight ends and and our diversity in the group, I think he's going to find somebody. I know I talk to Jay every single day. He wants to build himself up to that Robbie Oots role and kind of be that blocker. I know he loves blocking. So he's one of those guys who has the mentality to already be the best blocker on our team. So I think Coach Grubb as a whole is doing a perfect job right now to kind of maximize our abilities wherever he needs them. So
After being behind CJ last year, and now he's gone, you're kind of stepping into that primary tight end spot. Just how ready and prepared do you feel to step into that bigger role?
Stepping up for CJ Dupree, taking over. I mean, he should be slated to be tight end number 1. So how do you feel taking over for CJ Dupree?
yeah, I think my mentality right now going into this is great. I'm keeping a positive attitude, trying to go into this season, working on what I need to work on, meeting with these coaches, seeing what I need to work on, looking at film, just kind of stuff like that, seeing CJ's film, seeing where he did amazing, where he fell short, where I can pick it up, stuff like that, and just kind of taking more of a leadership role, kind of whenever I'm not in the game, I can trust these other guys to kind of pick me up and something like that. So I think going into the season, I'm pretty confident.
Football.
All right, those are our interviews, and it sounds like there's a bunch of other interviews out there. So if you're looking for anybody, there's a lot of different Alabama YouTube channels that have different interviews. Please support them all. Those guys do an amazing job. You know, I've worked with a lot of those guys in that space who do a tremendous job. I mean, let's just be honest. You know, getting type of content and uploading it for you guys, and, you know, it's a lot. There's a lot that goes into it for sure. So definitely check it out. Don't feel like if you go to another YouTube channel, don't feel like, you know, you're not supporting me or whatever. Support everybody that you can. You know, big channel, small channel, it's all good, honestly. And I appreciate you guys being here. You know, I had a question. So I have 2 questions for you guys, okay? So number 1, I finished winning the national championship. Are you up for seeing more streams of the next year with Keelon Russell being the quarterback? That's one of the questions. And my second question is, and be thinking about it, you don't have to answer now, but what other emojis? We need to freshen up the emojis. All right. So will somebody post the emojis? These are our emojis that we have. So we have like we have this one. You'll see like a bunch of the emojis that we have. We need to freshen up the emojis. So if you have an idea for the emojis, here's what they look like inside the comment box. Post your idea, and we'll come back with some fresh emojis to freshen stuff up. Emojis are able to use for, if you're a fan funder, any type of level. Fan funders are monthly subscribers to this YouTube channel that are paid, that we can get kind of some freshen up YouTube channels. You know, the cancer one is for our good friend Jenny, who's been battling stage 4 breast cancer, and man, she's just been battling. We have Roll Tide, we have RMFT, we have Patriot Live. So, you know, we need a fresh. We'll start fresh, and we'll think about, you know, some other emoji ideas. But that was a show tonight. I wanted to bring you some of, you know, the sound bites from the players that we watch, that we talk about, and I loved it. I thought they did an amazing job. Now, there's extended, videos of these if you want to watch, them of its entirety. I kind of chopped them up and, put stuff together. Tomorrow on the show, we'll dive more into, the coaches' top 10. Alabama will also be back in practice tomorrow and be working towards their first scrimmage on Saturday. Now, I also want you to think about this before you go. They didn't bring a quarterback to media day. The quarterbacks came in. It was a closed event, but and the quarterbacks were there. I'm sure you saw like Ty was throwing to a little kid, and Keelon Russell was there, and Austin Mack. But they didn't have a quarterback talk to the media, and I continue to find that interesting. I just, they're making these guys really work for that job before they put a quarterback in front of the podium. So maybe be thinking about that as well. And it could just be plain and simple competition, and that's fine. You don't want to divulge all your cards because just as Alabama is trying to figure out Florida State's trying to figure out Alabama as well. I appreciate the Super Chats tonight. Thank you so much for contributing to the show. There were several of you tonight, and I really appreciate it. Josh Miller, Ethan Wilson. I try to figure out the other Super Chats. I don't see them all on the screen, but thank you so much. Javion, I know, came with it. I'll try. Let me see if I can find the other Super Chats, because I really appreciate it. And I know that, this is what I do for my livelihood. I'm very open about that. And you guys support me. And, all I can say is thank you so much for your generosity and for being here. And I hope that that, every single time that I step on the platform, I'm giving you the best output and my best performance. Look, this is behind the scenes, okay? You guys ready? I know you guys get mad when I drink the energy drink. So I got this. I got the coffee and the tea. I got the coffee and the tea, and I got the water. All right. So I'm up here all the time. These are like a list of things that I need to get done. I treat this like a business. It's not like I just wake up and just, step on here. Got to stay focused and, be dialed in so I can contribute at the level that you guys definitely deserve when rocking with Alabama football, right? I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Stay blessed. Get some sleep. Say your prayers. Thank God for your blessings. And roll damn Tide. And I'll catch you tomorrow right here on Bama Football on YouTube. See you guys, and thanks for watching tonight on Monday.